Hi, guys. It's your host, Dro. That's JRO.
And it's your boy EJ, and welcome to Savage Saturdays.
So I'm back, guys. I'm back with my co host, EJ. You guys finally get to meet him.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
So, how's your day been, bro?
Not too bad. Regular Facebook savagery. Just my regular stuff.
Being savage. Savage all day on fucking Facebook.
Listen, controversy is a beautiful thing.
I guess so.
Creates conversation.
I guess so. So, on Savage Girl Talk, I was talking about our topic being what's to expect in the talking phase because, I put my little tidbit about my relationship out there. He's here now, so he doesn't really know, guys. But yeah. So anyway. So yeah, as you know, like I get a lot of hit ups. I get a lot of dudes trying to throw themselves at me.
Absolutely.
And it could be overwhelming at times. It could be overwhelming.
It usually is.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I told you the last time when some guy tried to talk to me and he was like how I'm not consistent. And I was like,
Yeah, I mean, consistency is difficult because in the beginning of a talking stage, like, you want to be consistent, but at the same time, you kind of gotta go off of the other person's vibe. So
right.
Like, you gotta be versatile
Because it's
consistent.
like, exactly. Because it's like, if I'm not attracted to you or if I'm not feeling you like that, like, do you really, like, I'm sure guys can sense that. Like, can you sense, like, if you're talking to a chick, can you sense through you talking to her, like, through Facebook or whatever, that she's not really into you by her responses, her replies?
Absolutely. If you're
Thank
a guy,
you.
if you're a guy and you don't understand and you don't automatically get the vibe that she's feeling you or she's not, then you either don't have the experience of talking to women or you're delusional, because it's just like it's just the truth. Because like at the end of the day, every guy has been in a situation, not even knows. Every guy in his lifetime has been in a situation where he's talking to a female and the conversation is one-sided, or everything that you just notice you're the only one really trying to get them to laugh, and they're just quiet and all that stuff. So obviously she's not feeling you.
Exactly.
But you know what it is though? It's also, you guys kind of do it to yourselves. Yep.
How?
Because you ask for consistency, you ask for persistence. So I'm not just gonna make it easy.
Okay, but in the instance where a female like me tells homeboy that I'm not interested, and
that's
then
different.
You keep like what I sent you the other day, the text that I sent you the other day.
Yeah, but that's different,
bro. Like, what the fuck was that?
That is different though, because in a sense, right? You could tell a guy that he's not interested, and maybe he just thinks that he's, King Honcho, Mr. King Dickety, and then he could do what he want to do, and he could just he has it in him to pull. He feels like he has it in him to pull you.
No.
Hey, but at the same time, can you get mad at confidence?
No, but I still feel like at a certain point, like stop. Like,
right.
You could sense
at some
that
point
I'm
you
not
gotta
really
have your
interested.
own dignity as a man.
Right, like you could sense that I'm not really interested. Like our chats is real like minuscule in the first place. Like you text me good morning, or you hit me up with good morning beautiful, and then I don't respond until like 2:00. Good afternoon, sir. Like, what's up?
Oh yeah, nah.
Exactly.
You see, some people.
Exactly.
You know what I call those people? Those people are just looking for a pity fuck. They just want you to, like, you know what? Maybe I'll let you eat me out, and then I'll let you leave me alone. I know a couple people like that.
That's nasty.
They just want to eat you out. Go home.
Oh my God! Stop.
I ain't gonna name drop.
We're not name dropping. We're not name dropping.
Just keep it quiet. Keep that one in the bank.
In the bank. Keep it in the safe deposit.
That's
Make
it.
sure if somebody want to cash it, they gotta ask for the slip.
You feel
me? They
me?
gotta ask for the slip to cash it in.
Fingerprints.
But yeah, so like I get a lot of guys that try to talk to me that get upset because like my responses are very light and limited, and then when I finally let them know, like, listen, I'm not really interested in talking, and not even that. Like, I don't even like texting like that. Like, I don't like being like message on Messenger. Like, I don't really like doing that shit. I just like to be on Facebook. Like, like the conversation how we have, like that shit is dope. Like when we're just all having that conversation, like
Yeah, but you know what it is though? It's that guys don't want to believe that sometimes they don't got it. Like sometimes it's not gonna work. No matter how many times you try, it's not gonna work. And that's just the difference between men and women and trying to be consistent is that we don't want to believe that it's not gonna work. You know it's not gonna work because it's your job to say yes or no.
right,
It's our job to try.
right.
So unless you give us that hard no, it's not. We're not gonna figure it out. We'll never figure it out unless it's a hard no. And sometimes even the hard no is still like, yeah, but you saying no now, like chill with me and it'll be different. Like,
Yo,
just saying though, like.
facts.
Listen. If you're not gonna be, if you don't want to win, you might as well not be in the game. So it's just like. It's really not up to us.
Start telling a bitch it's your loss. Yeah.
Exactly. What do you think I tell them? I tell them the same thing. It's your loss. Shit. You don't want to chill with me? All right, cool. You used to dusties then. Whatever.
Yo, you're fucking annoying. But yeah, like it's like, all right. So on that note, so if I pick a specific person that I want to talk to, like, am I supposed to talk to this person for like a set amount of time before like we hang out and shit like that?
You know what? I've always thought the same thing when it comes to timing and talking to people. I don't think everybody wants to think that like, oh, you can't hang out too early, too soon, and too much, or you can't have sex right away and things like that. When you're first talking to somebody, to be quite honest with you, not even thinking of it as like a dog perspective, you should have sex first. You should.
Why?
Because what is the point of getting emotionally attached to somebody that
but
you know for a fact is going to
But it's not even about being emotionally
satisfy
attached.
you?
We're not even talking about being emotionally attached.
You need to
Emotionally
figure
attached
out.
means like that it means that I laid my eyes on you and you're my boyfriend now and that's it. That's emotionally attached.
Okay, so then let me put it to you in this perspective.
Yes.
Then. Okay. What is one of the main things in a relationship that if it isn't good, it ain't going to go nowhere?
Communication.
You talking hypotheticals in certain situations. No. Everybody's main thing, because some people don't need communication. Some people don't need strong communication. That's just two people that don't communicate that well. They work out for each other because they don't have to speak so much.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had this guy, like, he knows most things. He knows. But I had this guy that I was talking to, and he had a kid, and he had like this wife and shit. And like we had like a little relationship, and like when I say like he was like my side dude for like a good year, like that was a nice side dick. Like it was a nice side shit. But we didn't really talk much about like what I had going on, what he had going on, and shit like that.
But it just worked
like,
out.
Exactly, it worked out. Like meetups.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're the type of person where you don't need a lot of communication.
Are you hot? You want that heater off?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
If you're the type of person that you don't need that much conversation, you don't need too much communication. You just need a body there. Some people are like that. Like real talk. Some people are like that. Some people just want somebody to be there.
Like I'm not like.
It's not a bad thing.
But he did tell me that he loved me. Like he let it out.
He probably did, because you know why? You didn't talk too much. But that's what I'm saying though. So if you really think about it, okay, if you really like just get to the bare facts of it, bad sex is a bad omen for relationships.
Of course.
You're gonna get involved with somebody, you're gonna talk to somebody, you're gonna end up liking them just to find out that your ex fucked you better.
And bad. I get that point fully, because I love sex. I love sex.
Everybody does. If you don't love sex, you don't have enough of it.
It's top.
If you don't love sex, you don't have enough of it.
But still, like, I don't know. Listen, I don't want to catch nothing, okay?
That's what condoms are for.
Yeah, but then what people be talking about, oh, it's not good through the condoms and shit like that.
Once we start dating, we can stop using condoms. Until then, I'm using a fucking condom.
That makes sense. For all you nasty hoes out there.
Word up. Like, yo,
take EJ's advice.
I don't understand that whole point. I don't understand that whole point of like, oh, I don't like using condoms. Okay, cool, but I don't know you. You don't know me that well. Like, Like, I'm judging everything about you when you tell me you don't want to use a condom. Like, no, because I know there's some dirty dick niggas out there that's gonna be like, oh, word, I don't gotta strap up. Chill, bro, you wildin'. Then you go home and your pee's a little hot, and all of a sudden you mad at her. Like,
yeah.
so not just if you don't want to catch something, wrap up. If you want to but if you can make the decision yourself whether sex is that important to you or not. If sex is important to you, then you need to get that out the way. You could do it one time and wait 3 weeks before you do it again. But that time that y'all chill and you have the opportunity, why not? Because you could leave that talk. Everybody always talking about don't waste my time. You know, tell me what
That's
it is.
facts.
This,
I
that, and
always
the
say
third.
that. I
Cool.
always
You
say
come,
that
you
shit.
chill, you feel a vibe, you like the way things are. Things are cool. Why not have sex with them? Because now you're gonna walk out that door after that first, second, third date and no, I don't want to come back. You just saved yourself 2, 3, 4 months of figuring out if you don't want to be with somebody. Society tells you don't have sex
So then that
too
brings
soon
us
because
to our next debatable question, which is so how many people are we allowed to talk to in the talking phase? And now let's say you got like 2 little pieces you talking to, right? We got 2 little pieces we talking to right now, and you sleep with one, but you don't sleep with the other.
well, I mean,
and then in that sense, like, how do you?
That's actually what one of the points that I was gonna bring up to you was kind of like you need to understand your place when you're talking to somebody. You got to have that conversation with them. Are you speaking to anybody else? And that also goes into another topic where it's like, don't show you're crazy right away. Real talk. People be like, this culture nowadays, they make you think or they make you feel like crazy is cute.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, I'm taking from a man.
It's not cute and it's
take
not
it from
healthy.
a grown ass man. It's not cute. It's not healthy.
No.
And 9 times out of 10, we're probably just gonna fuck and like smash and dash anyway because we already see you crazy, but we only want some ass.
Right.
So that's already like that whole crazy shit is too much. If you just sit down with the person that you're speaking to or that you want to speak to and say, look, are you talking to anybody else other than me? Not even gonna get mad if you are. We're not anything. We're just seeing where things go.
Right.
It'll give me an opportunity to understand if this is a situation that I want to get into. If I want to talk to that person, if I don't, like, sit down and have that conversation. Like, same thing how everybody always says they want communication. Like you just said, you want communication. You want openness. All right, then why not start that way?
Right.
Let me ask you a simple thing.
What the hell?
You got ghosts.
I think that was the bathroom caddy. All right, so yeah, I get your point. Like, I get what you're trying to say. You know.
Yeah, so it's like if you just want to be there, if you just want to be open with somebody,
right?
Which is what everybody should want when you're talking to somebody. That openness, that ability to talk.
Right.
So you say, all right, cool. Are you talking to anybody other than me? If you are, I don't care. Just let me know. You know, do you have sex with her on the regular? Do you sleep with her? Do you live with her? Like, where are you coming from? And just be honest. I don't want you to try to play me or anything like that.
Yeah,
Tell me if you want to just have sex.
Honest,
That's what I'm saying. If you want to just have sex, then tell me that. But it's just, without conversation, there isn't understanding. And without understanding, there's no basis to starting anything.
That's fine.
You feel me?
Hello.
I'm saying though.
No. So, as we're talking about that, you know, so now, and I mentioned something to, you know, my little beau.
Yeah.
That like when you're talking to 2 people at a time, like when you're talking to 2 people at a time, you know, it happens. Like, as I'm getting older, like, I don't mind it. Like, I don't have a problem with it. As long as you are open and honest. Like, that's the whole thing.
That's exactly
open
what I was
and
gonna say.
fucking
Like,
honest.
I feel like people need to be more open and honest with people because it's like, look, everybody could sit here and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe he was talking to you and another girl."
Right.
Are you really that surprised that he was talking to you, your sister, your aunt? No, why are you surprised? But men also need to know that females are just as bad as men.
Right.
So,
just like if you found out off, like, you know, after a couple of hits or whatever, and you feeling the chicken and you find out, like, oh, yo, like, you, like, word, like, you wasn't even gonna tell me.
like that's exactly what happened to
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
like exactly.
Yes.
Like I would have been cool if I would have already known
Right.
the
Right.
situation. But
now
you
let me
playing
get my
you
feelings.
playing undercover
Right.
hoe, and I'm getting in my feelings.
Undercover.
I'm not supposed to be mad. You could have kept it a buck with me, like.
You're retarded.
But it's like you said. It's exactly like you said. Communication, being open about it, it'll give everybody an opportunity to understand what they're getting into and if they want to get into that or not. But everybody thinks that, oh man, I think that person's really cute. I think that person's funny, amazing. Like I like his vibe. But if I tell him or her that I'm talking to somebody else, then they're gonna get offended and this, that, and the third. Well, then you know what? To be honest with you, I have the way my mind is set up. If I'm talking to somebody and you're attracted to me and you approach me and ask me, I'm gonna tell you straight out, yeah, I'm talking to somebody else.
Right.
I could talk to you too.
Right.
And if you back off, then I know you really don't want me.
Right. That means that you just want
You just think you want me. But if you know that you wanted me bad enough to walk from over there, from over here to start talking to me, and you shy immediately at the sign of any type of competition, then I don't even want you. I don't even want you.
All right, well, does that depend if you married or not, too?
Well, no, that's different.
Exactly.
That's different. No.
Because if I approach a married nigga, like, that took a lot of balls for me to do, number fucking one.
Yeah, but
And number two,
But how
like,
do you know that person's married?
I mean, I could just someone can consent.
No, you
Someone can
can't.
consent. If he's not wearing his ring, he can say.
If he's not wearing his ring, he really not married to begin with.
Well,
oh, you feel me? I'm saying though, like if he not wearing his ring, he not really married. Like there is no grown man that got a ring.
You never know.
On
I
his
pay
finger.
attention to a lot of shit. I see the same people sometimes when I go to places. When I go to the fucking corner store by my job, and my job is not a spot where it's commutable by walking. Like it's mostly car traffic. So like there's a lot of people that I see, same dudes that I see in there.
Working there?
No, not working there. Like, going to work, or if I go there on the weekend to get breakfast. Sometimes I go and get a sandwich, like a breakfast sandwich. I'll see the same niggas there. And when I see you during the week, you don't got your ring on. But then when I see you on the weekend, you got your ring on. So now if you try to hit me up, and then, or if I,
but that's also different because you also have to understand that if you're a man that works with your hands during the week, Monday through Friday, you might not have your regular ring on.
But the point of it was to say that if I walk up to you and I I'm trying to talk to you, I'm trying to spit game to you, and you tell me that you're not married, but I peep that you are married. That's what I'm saying.
Then right away, that's just a dirty nigga. But at the end of the day, though, if you approach somebody and they're married and they tell you they're married, that in that moment is your decision to either walk away or not. And the minute you don't walk away, you are now condoning everything that he's doing. And I'm a pure believer in the way you get him is the way you lose him.
Well,
so
it depends. Sometimes, some situations.
But yeah. For the most part, though, in the talking stages, I feel like when you're trying to talk to somebody and you want things to be open and you want things to be easy and you want things to just vibe out, you just need to be you. And I feel like men in particular, I'll even say this about my own kind. We try too hard to be somebody that we not for a female that might not fuck with the person that we really are. We do that to ourselves a lot because it's like, damn, she bad as hell, but she know I ain't shit.
Right.
Let me put on a little front and hopefully I can get the way I get. But then what happens is now we start falling for her, actually falling for her, and now it's like, shit, I gotta maintain the image that I ain't even like, now I gotta learn how to be a good dude. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why you just gotta be you. And on both parts, men, female, just be you. Show your crazy side early. Tell them what you don't and do, like right from the gate, from what of talking stages, like that whole thing of like, oh, I'm crazy about this. No, you don't have to be crazy. You could just have hard no's and easy yeses. These are my hard no's and these are my yeses. These are my do's. These are my don'ts. Like this is what I rock with. This is what I don't rock with. If you're going to be my man, I expect... Yo, that's why I respect my girl. I respect my girl to the fullest. Why? Because when we was when we first started talking, she told me flat out. She said, I am the type of woman where I would get upset if you don't open the door for me. I would get upset if, you know, you just walk into places before me and stuff. I would get upset. Like, I'm just that type of princess. Mm-hmm. She's like, I won't overboard it, but there's certain things that I just expect and I like. Cool. I never did those things. Now that I do them, I understand why.
Right.
So it's like, she was upfront with me right from gate as to how she was, and I knew how to treat her and make that decision as to, all right, cool, is this something that I could do?
And that should be how it be.
That's exactly how it should be.
It should be. But
everybody, you know what it is? Everybody trying to figure out a game that isn't even being played.
Exactly.
Like, it's if you're in the talking stages,
exactly, still doing the same thing that you said you wasn't gonna do.
And not even that, people forget when you talking to somebody, that should be the time that you do whatever the fuck you want. You could be hooking up with 3-4 bitches. Why? Because you can. You should be hooking up with 2-3 dicks. Why? Because you can. Nobody, they can't tell you any different.
Right, and as long as I don't have a problem with that theory, as long as you're not out here running your mouth and making it known to a bunch of people,
exactly.
Like making your
being adult.
That's your character. That's how, you know. Don't nobody want to be with nobody like that. Like, you know, just out here, you know, talking about everything and anything, and you know. But yeah, like I don't mind that description, you know, doing what you want to do, as long as people can't say nothing about you, as long as that can't be thrown back in your face.
As long as you do it smart.
Hello.
Do it smart.
As long as it can't get thrown in your face, then that's it.
Do what you do. Be communicable and just figure it out from there.
Yeah. So we talked about talking with more than one person and like divulging personal information to who you want to do that to. Like, are you supposed to do that with everyone? Are you supposed to be the same with everyone? Or do you realize, I guess, off the vibe that they're giving you that, this is not, it's not going where I think it should be going?
I feel, and I've always felt this way, and maybe this is why when I talk to people, I don't know about how you talk to people the same way, but if I'm talking to somebody, I never just talk to one person. I might only be having sex with one person. I might only be cuddling up with one person. But I don't have multiple sex with multiple people.
Okay, so you don't have multiple sex partners.
I don't have multiple sex partners at the same time because I don't want to slip up with one, and then now in the back of my mind, I'm consciously like, damn, I'm doing this chick dirty as hell. Like, she don't even know what she's putting in her mouth. Like, I don't want to be like that. You feel me? Like, I'm not that type of person, though. It's the truth. But because of that, like, I feel like you should be able to do that because it'll give you a chance to have all your needs met. People are needy, especially nowadays. They need emotional comfort. They need physical comfort. They need financial comfort. They need psychological comfort. Like, they just need so many different things that if you're not tied down to one single person, you can find one person that takes care of your financial. If you're that type of person, one person to take care of your physical, one person to open up to and vent to, and there's your emotional, one person that just understands you, and that's your psychological. And the only time you should settle down is when you see all those 4 people in one person.
Exactly. Makes sense. So, I guess, we talked about that stuff, and we touched on most topics.
We did, actually.
Yeah, we touched on most things.
That was actually a really good one.
So, on the, ending that with, when you find that all those things in one person, how do you go about it? Right. Like, if you, like, fucking with more than, like, 2 people.
See, that's what makes a lot of people different.
You know.
That right there is what makes a lot of people different.
Especially if you're not being honest.
Exactly.
If we're talking about people not being honest.
I mean, for me, it kind of goes with the title of the show. I'm a savage. I will literally stop talking to you at the drop of a dime. Like, I think that ghosting, and I've said this before, I think ghosting is underrated.
This is why we're friends.
Absolutely.
Because we think the same exact way.
Absolutely.
It's just you're the male and I'm the female.
I feel like ghosting is underrated and not as appreciated as it should be in today's world. There is no better indignation or there is no better sign that I don't want to talk to you anymore than when I ghost you.
when I
literally don't talk to you
like,
anymore. Like, how do you not know that, oh, this shit ain't working out?
Right.
And not only that, am I a dickhead that didn't even care to ask you your opinion on it? It's the whole point. Like, any person that ghosts somebody doesn't accidentally ghost them.
No.
Like, I hate that. You're like, oh, my bad, I ain't mean. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because the same energy you had 2 days ago to text me, good morning, beautiful. Now I ain't getting not a goddamn high this morning. I ghosted you. I don't want to talk to you no more. Done.
And I get that from a lot of guys because they get so upset that I don't want to talk to them. Like,
because they in their feelings.
And I'm spotty in the first place. Like, you'll text first of all, you gotta catch me at a good moment in time of the day. Because there could be times when I'm on my phone and I'll see the notification, the DM. I'm not gonna respond. But then there's times I'll see the notification or the DM and I'm just like, oh hey, good morning, how are you?
When I'm on Facebook,
because you caught me after I had my coffee.
When
like,
I'm on
hit
Facebook,
me up.
don't text me.
Like,
I'm the same way. When I'm on Facebook, you can text me all you want. I'll get to you when I'm done.
Right.
Like,
I'll get to you when I'm done.
So if you text me, if we're in the talking stages, and I decided to go a different direction, and I decided to no longer speak to you anymore, and you text me and you see that I'm on Facebook, and you know that I'm the type of person to just be on Facebook and not necessarily text you back right away. End of the day comes. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You still haven't heard from me. Do you really think you're going to hear from me in the morning?
No.
No. Cool. Guess what? Why? Because I'm on Facebook first thing in the morning. So obviously I'm not going to text you. I just ignored your text twice.
You're retarded.
But like men get emotional. Men, you know what it is? Females think that men aren't supposed to have emotions. Like, you guys want some thug ass, like badass people that are just like only soft with you. That's what every woman wants. They want that protector, that person that they know that they could confidently be behind and can trust to lead and provide and all that. But when he shows emotions, it's not necessarily. Y'all don't know how to deal with a man's emotions. Same way how a man doesn't know how to deal with a woman's emotions and feelings. Y'all don't know understand how to do this shit.
Yeah, but we're not talking about relationships, bro. We're talking about
it goes into the talking phases as well. Because now you get surprised when you ghost him and he in his feelings. You're surprised by it. You're like, damn, like, you're a dude. You shouldn't be all in your feelings. Like, man up.
That's
okay,
true.
So what if I told you while we was talking, I ghost you, you hit me up, yo, how you gonna ghost me? What you in your feelings for?
That makes sense.
Like, everybody got feelings, so the same way how you think of how you would feel if somebody ghosted you, and if you're the type of person, I don't give a fuck if you ghost me, you ghost me. Then you could ghost people because
that's me.
Because
like,
you don't care.
I just don't care.
If they ghosted you, you wouldn't care. If you the type to hate somebody ghosting on you, don't ghost people because then you're gonna just complain about people losing feelings and this, that, and the third. Like, it goes hand in hand.
I mean, I guess it's to a certain extent like how long you've been talking to that person. I guess
because it's kind of fucked up to ghost somebody you was talking to for 6 months, 7 months.
Nigga,
like, that's
7
so
months.
deep.
That's a stretch, bitch.
What you mean? I've talked to people for
that it's a stretch, but that's fucked up. Yeah, of course you ghosted a bitch 6, 7 months. That's fucked up.
I was talking to a bitch for a year and I ghosted her. We was never official. Why I gotta talk to you about how I'm feeling right now?
Oh my god, I'm done. I'm done.
It's the truth.
All right. Well, I'm talking about in an instance where.
How many months we talking?
I'm talking about weeks. Couple weeks.
Or weeks? Days. You shouldn't have an opinion if somebody ghosts you.
That's why I'm just like, why do people get upset when I don't really want to talk to them? That's what I'm saying.
How much they really want you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm spotty to begin with. So if I didn't talk to you the first good morning, if I didn't talk to you the second good morning, but I'm talking to you the third good morning, that means it's something with me. Like, I'm spotty to begin with my responses, unless I really, really fuck with you and I really know you. Like, that's just me. So if you really trying to fuck with me on the level where you really feel, and like how I disclose to people, I'm getting up there in age. So I'm not getting up there, like, I made myself mad old, but like
I mean, we getting up there in
We
age,
getting
though.
out there. So the meaning
We
of
30.
dating, right? The meaning of dating and marriage to me is different. Like I'm not with the
I
hit
agree.
me up in the DMs for 2 days and then try to fuck me on the third date.
I agree.
And
I
think
could
that
understand that.
like I'm not with that. I'm
Yeah.
with if you really trying to fuck with me and you really trying to vibe with me, then we're doing this for a little bit, not just for a couple fucking weeks or a couple days, and then
But that all goes back to the same point of being open and communicating.
Mm-hmm.
Because you at 30, where you understand that you want to get things going and you want to be proactive and you want to have your own way set up already.
Right.
Some guys at 30 still just want to fuck.
Yeah, that's facts.
So the only way you're really gonna know is to be open and just forthwith. What's that word?
Fourth worthy?
Something like that.
Fourth word.
We know what we was talking
We
about.
know what we was talking about.
They'll figure it out. They'll laugh when they hear it.
Level.
But we will
We're
know
on the same level.
what we talking
But,
about. But yeah, that's why you just gotta be upfront with people. Like, cause then at least you can understand, and you can always figure out if somebody's being real with you when you're upfront with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think when it's only a couple weeks and a lot really hasn't been done or said,
right?
You gotta kind of just cut your losses and figure out like, yo, all right, cool, this one ain't working, on to another one.
Right.
But it's that men are hard, man. We like to think that it doesn't matter who it is, we can swing it. That's why you got people in people's inboxes for years. Trying.
Yo.
Years.
I can tell you something.
You feel me though?
I can tell you
UVA full of those.
I like.
Talking about, I've been here, for the original 10 teams. You feel me? I just,
10 teams.
I've been here, original 10 teams,
Yo, I can't with you. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, that's facts. Because, I can show you my inbox and be like, damn, like, how long he knew you? Like, he still ain't get the picture? Like...
There's one in the UVA. Both of the misfits. Same thing.
Oh, God.
Damn, my name dropped.
We gotta edit that shit out.
You do, my bad.
Well, on that note, because EJ's getting high and he's starting to get a little loose lips there.
Loosey,
a little loosey goosey.
Yeah, get like that. Do you know I was called a cyberbully today?
You were?
I was called a cyberbully today.
Is that something that we want to talk about on Savage Saturday?
We can talk about that. We can talk about Facebook trolling and all that shit. That'll be a perfect topic I could talk about.
Well, what was the premise of talking about?
I got called a cyberbully. But somebody called me a bully, that I make too much fun of people, that I bother too many people, and my opinions are rude, disrespectful, discriminatory, and bigotry.
That's a lot. I can't even keep up.
It's a lot, right?
It's a lot.
I put got it. LOL.
You're so fucked up.
Like, I like his opinion matters.
Right, okay, sure.
You feel me?
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
The other 400 comments thought it was hilarious, so all right, whatever.
All right, well, maybe that'll be our topic next week on Savage Saturday.
Word, we can figure out some more topics. How about if whoever's gonna listen to this, email savagegirltalk@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Give us some topics.
Yeah, give us some topics. I mean, we got a few topics that we could touch on for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, word. Then one day we just make a viewer episode.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here.
Tune in next week.
Next week is what? Do we have to drop a date or?
Well, we're gonna drop this one on Saturday.
Yeah. All our podcast episodes will be on Saturdays.
It goes with the name.
Yeah. Just depends on when we gonna link up.
Exactly.
Because you know, EJ be on black people time, even though he's not black.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but never mind.
Keep it to yourself. But we out, guys. See y'all in the next episode of Savage Saturdays.
Peace.
Deuces.